One, two, 1, 2. Sound check. 1, 2.
the thing they
Go inside.
they go inside.
Cats,
But
dogs,
they don't do
cats, dogs, lions, all those wild animals. When they are calm, their claws go in.
Go inside.
But when they are
inside, I don't understand.
No, it's just
Close.
even dog, when they vex, they come out.
that's duty to come out.
Come, I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's just nature. It will not come out.
Our own, that's how they know say they don't dey vex.
It will come out and their tongue will come go inside.
My dog don't bite.
But when they are calm, the tongue, everything will come out.
I say my father vex. My mom's burial. My friends were around. A girl. Like that girl, yeah, they do so poison.
How long that you get so comfortable without removing your glasses? I know how many times
I like to wear shades a lot in the sunshine, and I like this one. It's comfortable. It's not dark. Not being she can't I don't know what happened. I was just inside when I heard MJ. MJ when I came, she was inside the flower. The dogs they beat her really bad. Got to rush her to the hospital, spend 30. As I treat her finish, told her to leave there. I'm fine now without it. If I don't put me there, 30K, 30 okay. Yes, now 25 plus the car they pay. Everything was
Unexpected.
I'm doing my own gram. I'm crying. No, it's in pain me. I told her.
I watched one
You
video.
say, Angela, are you okay? I said, I'm fine.
I don't know how the guy entered that correct and has 2 big dogs.
Wow.
If you see me there, shop this guy.
Jesus.
They run, they jump. They have one. One was killing. The next one not
You have a dog. I came to
so big.
You're telling me,
The whole
I said, I'm not comfortable.
See, she died.
You say comfortable. The dog will play. It makes sense.
Remember, I like comfortable. You know, dog sniffing them. Yeah.
Dog knows the cold weather. So you feel dog knows the cold weather.
Yes, yes.
So then you just
Yeah, you
I'm
feel that.
comfortable and you
I
don't.
see there, as you enter the compound.
So
See, there's this girl in my uncle's compound there. So they
I'll give you
Leave
much.
them well.
Very
20,000. They are not even using dog food. Oh.
Yes, so
Dog food and
It's what they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
They use dog food. They buy it so expensive.
small bag like you go try 6,000. Me I buy once in a while. I give them a bag.
Even though they account food.
I can't stress myself
Now,
on the dog.
but he gives
Where
them
they
faster
like,
with their
Actually,
food.
the days I have money, I'll build them faster. I can't spend my life hard and
Yes,
shit.
right.
But I go make it back. Make it back.
You make about soup.
I'll have
Then
books.
it's
I'll
got
buy
add
books. I'll
bone,
buy
yeah.
things.
There's nothing we eat that our dogs don't eat. If you're eating rice, they
Cars.
eat rice.
There's one nonsense dog I know, one of my neighbors. The dog does not eat. The
No
dog
more
does not eat
food,
without
right?
me too. Hey, I tell you guys,
Cars.
if that dog stay with me 1 week, you just smell the food. It does not see meat. I say really for
Yes.
this life. I get dog. The day when I
There's
get
one,
money,
there's
I
one,
get
in my
Now
mom's,
hunger.
in my mom's compound, the place my mom stays, our neighbor there, that dog likes sweet past anything. Sweet.
candy. Wow.
Because the lady taking care of
Cars.
Yes,
Yes,
director.
director.
Proceed to the dining hall immediately and pick up your writing materials and proceed to the living room immediately.
Oh my shit.
I want to learn something new and have my actions. Something like acting career. I'm learning something.
I just want to tell them something so he can change the mic. I'll have to.
Mr. Sound, are you hearing me? What?
Cars. You have 10 minutes. Cast. You have a Nollywood veteran in the mansion. Chief Mrs. Ebele Okaro. Cast. She is to share her experience with you. Pay attention to the screen. Good luck.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful ladies, handsome men. Good afternoon. It's nice to be here with you all, but let me correct something first. My name is Mrs. Ebele Okaro Onyuki. They keep forgetting Onyuki. I don't know if this young man wants to get married to me. They want to send me out of my husband's house. I beg Onyuki is there. Anyway, it's good to see you all. You're looking so happy. I was watching you on the screen, and I could tell how happy you all are to be in the house. I hope they're treating you well. Yes. All right. Well, I don't know if you know the topic for the day. It's discipline in the industry. It's going to be an interactive session, you know. You will be doing most of the talking, asking most of the questions, and answering most of the questions too. You see, to get to the top, you must have discipline. You must be disciplined. Without discipline in the industry, or even in your life, you're not going anywhere. That is what has brought us this far. And that is what has brought Nollywood this far. And I can bet you Nollywood would still grow. And you are all young. You would grow with Nollywood. If you want to make it, you have to be disciplined. Now, if I may ask, who can really tell me the definition of discipline? In a nutshell, in a primary, explanation. Let's not go into big words, because discipline is all about what's happening around us. So I don't know if anyone can, define discipline for me in simple words or terms. I'm waiting. Those lovely ladies, I'm waiting. Handsome young men. Just in simple words, what is discipline? Sorry, I can't hear them. Sorry, they're trying to fix the sound. Okay.
Okay, to me, discipline is being in order, doing what is right at the right time.
Yes, doing what is right at the right time. That's a nutshell. Self-control. There are certain codes that are laid down. Okay, there's certain codes of conducts that are set down or laid down that we must follow. Because if we decide to do things our own way, you know what that means. There'll be kata-kata all over the nation or in the acting industry. So in a nutshell, it's doing the right thing at the right time, following those set down codes and rules that are supposed to put us in the right direction towards what we hope to achieve in our field of our careers. So we're here to talk about discipline. It's a very simple thing. You see, we have a problem in the industry, a lot of it, and that is what is killing artists. I don't know, you people are starting, but like you're in the house now, I'm sure once in a while you'll have that indiscipline, which, we can actually convert to acting. Can you guys point out one or two things to me? I'm not with you, so I do not know. I didn't say mention names, but can you tell me one or two things that, you're
that shows that someone or some people are not disciplined.
Good day, ma'am. So far, some people have been taking tea.
Yeah, well, oh no, baby. Yeah. You're supposed to let them come in. You want to bring one fine Nollywood hospital, I don't go watch am. Okay. Sit there.
Can you hear me, ma'am? We barely hear your voice, ma'am.
Wait, she just come inside. She should give us list of directors, executive producers.
Were the best. Method of milling and processing rice. 100% long grains, stoneless, odorless, and finely produced. Kits Farms rice comes in different net weight and rate. 1 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg, 25 kg, and 50 kg. Kits Farms rice, proudly Nigerian. Contact numbers on the screen for your order. 080-892-02672, 090-631-09319, 070-510-00056. Kits Farms rice, a taste worth sharing. The Nigerian pride.
Something to say.
Okay, Ma, we can't hear your voice very well.
Oh, you can't? Can you hear me now? I'll try and shout.
It's not loud enough.
Sorry?
It's not loud.
It's not loud enough.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Better? Okay, so let's go.
Okay, my name is Brian Francis Chigozie.
Okay, Chigozie.
Okay, I think it has to do with punctuality.
Good.
Being at the right time, at the right place at the right time.
Yes.
It has to do with your time. So be punctual to every activity that is going on here.
Okay. All right, thank you. Is there any other person that has anything to say?
Good day, ma. My name is Mary Jane, called MJ in the house.
MJ, how?
Sometimes, very well, thank you, ma. Sometimes we wake up late and then normally we're supposed to exercise every morning. I'm personally guilty of that, so sometimes we wake up late. It's also an act of indiscipline.
It is an act of indiscipline. Well, almost the wrong things we do every day is an act of indiscipline. But you see, this act of indiscipline is terrible in the industry. Because in the industry, unlike in the music world, maybe where you just have one person that owns, his own record, it's different in the industry. There's nothing we do in the industry that doesn't entail a lot of people. From the director to the producer to the actors to the crew members, all of us have to work together as a unit. Now, when you don't have that unit together, because I don't have much time, I'm just going to go straight to the indiscipline I'm talking about in the industry. And people would, cooperate with me, we'll talk about it, discuss, and see the best way to move forward. Now, let's start with time. Timeliness, it's very, very important. Now, sometimes you might be called for an audition or called to be on set on a particular time. Let's say call time is 9 o'clock. Now we're talking of timing. Call time is 9 o'clock. And by 9 o'clock, nobody is there. Some are there, some are not. How does the work start by 9? It's totally impossible. Now, if you want to shoot from 9 till 8, how many hours? What do you end up achieving? Not much. And it can be very frustrating that you sit on set waiting for a fellow artist who has been paid to come and work. And she's either in the house making up, or he's at home building up his muscles. Everything you're doing at home is to get a better job and a better future. Yet you're wasting your time at home. And some take their time and feel they can wait for me. After all, the job belongs to my brother, or the job belongs to my father, or it's my job, or it's my friend's job. If I may advise, if they tell you that your call time is 9 o'clock, I would personally be on set by 8 o'clock. You know why? Because I would like to get ready for what I'm supposed to do, interact with my fellow artists. You cannot play a good role when you don't have a relationship with the next person you're working with. Assuming I'm playing the role of a mother or a grandmother, and I have a child, a son or a daughter, and we're all going to work together. How do we work as mother and child when we cannot relate to each other? But if I'm able to come to set on time, I ask you, MJ, are you playing my daughter? You say yes. Oh, come on, give me a hug, MJ. All right? So we have this interaction. Oh, Mama, nice to meet you. I thought you were a wicked woman. You've surprised me. And I'm like, I'm not as wicked as I act, or whatever. Or I'm even more wicked. So at the end of the day, there's an interaction. There's this cooperation between both of you. Coordination. And by the time you go on set, people wonder, is she really your daughter? They keep asking questions. Is she really your mother? Is she really your daughter? Is he really your son? And that's part of the act. That's one of the ways to get ahead of others, but people do not know that. We're talking of time here. Being at the right place at the right time is very, very important. And that is what discipline is all about. I don't know if there's anything anyone would like to contribute to this particular timing thing we're talking about before we move to another topic, another heading. It's still all under discipline in the acting world. I'm waiting. Would you like to say something, please? Yeah. Yes.
Hello, ma. Can you see?
I can see you. 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute, please. The producer says all of you should turn on your mics, please.
Yeah, on. I think the batteries are off. Like they are down.
Oh, okay. They'll do something about that later. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Onuchukwemeka Samuel, and I'm known as Samilari. Okay, like what you said about time. Being a star, like being an actor, a star, and your call time is 9 o'clock, and getting to the location by 8 or 8:30 in the dot, and the location manager or some other crew members, they are not set for you by that 9 o'clock.
Yes.
How do you curtail that? Like, how do you work on that?
How do I?
How do you react, or how do you work on that?
You see, that again is indiscipline on their part. But here I'm talking about indiscipline with the actors. It is indiscipline on their part. And I think crew members should be on set before artists. But we're not going to say because a crew member is not disciplined, we have to be like him. If we prove ourselves to be what we are, which is the light, the star, we should lead by example. When I get on set and maybe a crew member is not there, when he comes, I call him by the side, I say, oh boy, now wait now. I got a sorry, I'm speaking Igbo, but I'm an Igbo woman. In other words, I'm saying, are we going to be here waiting for you? A crew member should be on set ahead of the actor. If an artist's call time is 9, a crew member's call time should be 8. That's the way it should be. Because they're supposed to be set. Then by the time we come in, we now do what we have to do. Whether they like it or not, we are the ones in front of the camera. And so we need to lead. So when I come on set, personally, I'm telling you, you can ask, and a crew member doesn't come on time, I tell you it's not nice. You shouldn't do that next time. So it's not for you to come and start shouting or quarreling with people. You correct them in a decent manner. Is there any other thing? I hope I answered your question. Would any other person want to say something? Okay, so that means nobody wants to say something. Now, talking about language, because I said you need to talk to the person in a decent manner. That brings us to language. I am sorry, this has been in the industry for years, and I try as much as I can to correct, especially the females. The way we talk, the way we carry ourselves matters a lot. You know, first of all, you need to understand what you are. Someone said a star. When you talk about being a star, can you hear me?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Okay, I'll try and increase my voice, but I know I'm practically shouting here. Can you hear me now? Huh? They said no.
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. The technical man is trying to do something here. So I said that brings us to language. We're stars, not just me, you are. The sky is the limit, they say. There are a lot of stars. That's what my director said to me, Don Single. There are a lot of stars in the sky. All of you are part of it, if you work hard to get there. We will not be here forever, and I can never play a young girl like MJ. So I'll always play Mama, or maybe Sugar Mommy, or Grandma. That's the kind of thing I'll play. Or a priestess. I can never play a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old, except I want to deceive people. Now, when it comes to language, we have to be very careful about the things that come out of our mouth. Like I was saying, I try a lot to correct the young girls. Like, we're so fond of using the F word, the S word. I don't even want to say it. You see a young, beautiful girl come out, and the first thing that will come out of her mouth because she feels she's an actress is, F you. Oh, come on. You're supposed to be seen as a woman and not head. I'm not saying you cannot say whatever is on your mind, but it matters a lot the way you carry yourself. The things that come out of your mouth, very important. Our duty is to educate, mold people, inform people, teach people, make people happy, entertain them. That is what we're here to do. So if you come out negative, you're teaching the younger ones coming up to be negative. If you dress in an abnormal manner, maybe you come out with one breast hanging out because you think you're being a fashionista. It doesn't work that way. And that is why people don't respect us as much as they should. I mean, sorry, MJ, it's only your name I know there as a woman, so I'll keep calling you. Now look at MJ, beautiful young woman. Assuming, MJ, you come out dressed in a funny way, people will talk to you anyhow. The man pushing the job will say, see this nonsense woman. I don't think you would like that. Look at all of you, all the pretty girls here. If you come out negative in your language, in your manner of dressing, you'll be treated same. You're spoken to the way you're dressed. You can be fashionable and still be decent. That is what I'm talking about, and that is what we need to do. I'm so happy I'm discussing this thing with the young ones, because you people are taking over this world. You are the ones taking over. So if you try and improve from where we've made our mistakes, I can bet you this industry will go places better than where it is today. And another thing, apart from the language and the way we walk, you see some people, they walk like mad people. In short, sometimes when I go to Bellwood, I know most of you know Bellwood, I see some people like they just came out of a madhouse. Really mad. The kind of dressing, and I'm like, they say Nollywood, I say, madam, these people can't be from Nollywood. It's not possible. But now, even the mad people want to join us because they believe we are all mad. Wouldn't it be nice if we Nollywood people stand to one side and these mad people stand to one side and they can say, yes, these are Nollywood people and these are actually mad people? We need to start doing that. Let's check the way we dress. Let's check the way we talk. Let's check the way we act outside. Sometimes we come out outside, we are dancing whatever style because we feel, we are happening. We're mbano now. You guys are educated. All of you here. I'm sure educated to a certain level. You cannot be like a typical actor that comes from the street and joins us. There should be a difference. And I think that's one of the reasons you're in the house. Discipline, discipline, discipline. If you don't have it and you're not ready to have it, better leave us. Because you can't fit in the new Nollywood that is coming. Is there anybody that would like to say anything on what we talk? And one more thing, young ladies, and maybe some men, please. I'll tell you one short story. I was shooting in the Navy. So they told me where my hotel was. I got there. The receptionist was not at the reception. So I said, where's the receptionist? And then she came. You know, as she was coming, she was dragging her feet. Ikbata, 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 ikbata. That was a total turn off. You know, when she walked up to me, I said, don't worry, I can't stay in this hotel. It was a turn off. So when you walk, as women, as young girls, walk smart, with your head high, with your shoulders high. If you can, practice in your house. Put your back on your wall and learn to stand straight. Learn to walk straight. Learn to sit straight in everything you do. And when you're of my age, you'll even be smarter and better than me. But when you begin to slouch, okay, what did they say? You see how I'm looking already, like your great-grandmother. But when you sit up, it's all part of the discipline. You sit up, you learn to walk, you lift your leg as a young woman. You lift your leg as a young man. And young women, when you walk like you're walking on a straight line. Not with your feet like this, like dog feet. Even if you have dog feet, you can train yourself. It is never late. That is why you're in this house. Get trained. Make sure you don't leave this house without acquiring something. Acquire something. Everywhere you go, learn. Learn and keep learning. I am learning. And that's why I want to interact with you, because I know that when I talk to you and you talk back, I will pick up something from you people that would help me even in my career today. I've not gotten to the limit. No. We're all moving. We're all starting. For me, I'm on my starting point. But I love what I do. And I am ready to give everything I have to achieve what I want to achieve. And that is what it should be. It's like a doctor. A doctor works hard to get to where he is, or become, whatever he wants to become. So that discipline must be there. It's very, very important. Can I hear something from any of you, please? Because I'm talking too much. I can't.
Hello, ma. Good afternoon, ma. Good morning, ma. My name is Eberima Anderson, also known as Andy the actor. And I want to know if, from what you said, I quite learned that it's important to build an image for yourself as an actor.
Sorry,
Hello?
Yes?
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes.
I said, from what you said, I learned that it's quite important to build an image for yourself as an actor.
Yes.
But is it also necessary to lose yourself in the process?
To get lost in the process?
Yes.
No, why would you get lost?
like in the sense of building an image, like you intend to build so many things and you intend to lose yourself in the process. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I don't really understand. Are you trying to say, I get carried away with what I do?
Okay, please let me explain.
Okay.
Like you said, it's important to talk a certain way, walk a certain way, and carry yourself a certain way.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you might, in the process, you might be acting differently than who you really are.
No, you're misunderstanding me.
Okay.
I'm not saying you should be what you're not.
Okay.
I'm just saying that there's certain basic things you can do to yourself to make yourself better.
Okay.
We're not perfect. I am not, you are not. I'm just saying that some people have the tendency of when they walk, they drag, for instance, they drag their feet. It's not nice when somebody walks and you're hearing the slippers go acham on the floor. It's not nice, Or you see people seated chewing gum in the midst of everyone, and it will be, such things can be irritating to people around you. I'm not saying change yourself from what, no, I'm just saying improve on your personality. Some people are lucky, like the secondary school I went to, we had some reverend sisters with us. They would teach us how to walk, do you understand? How to try and sit like a lady, all right? But these days, once we wear trousers and we wear knicker, we just sit anyhow, we now sit like men. But when you see a woman that is wearing a dress or a short skirt, you can find that the way she sits is not the way she would sit if she was wearing a pair of jeans. So I'm not saying change your personality, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying improve on your personality so that it will help you in what you are doing.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Any other person, please?
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
I'm Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Hi. Ma, I wanted to ask a question.
Okay, Bella.
Actually, some persons, I feel like they don't know what to say at the right time. Like they don't know the right words to use at the right time. Because sometimes you might be having a conversation with somebody else and somebody will just jump in without even listening to what you were saying and then say something very offensive. And then the person keeps on doing it repeatedly. In that situation, what do you do?
I think you should call the person to the side and say, this thing you do is irritating and totally uncalled for. I think if you want to get someone's attention who is already discussing with someone, you should say, excuse me. If it's convenient for her to leave the conversation to attend to you, that's a different ball game. But if she's not, she could also say, excuse me, let me finish with what I am doing. But I think it's, like you said, offensive for someone to just barge into someone else's conversation. It's not right. But I want you to realize something, Bella. We all come from different backgrounds. Different parents, different backgrounds, different everything. So we all have our different trainings, and whatever we do in life sometimes is a reflection of where we're coming from. But we learn as we move on. We learn. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can teach somebody by calling the person to the side. Every time you walk, you don't lift your leg, try and lift your leg. And why is it that every time I'm gisting with somebody, you just barge in? It's not nice. I find it offensive. Can you please stop it? And I can bet you the person would listen. It's the way you correct someone that really matters. If you're like, I better get out of here, wait till your own, every time we talk, that would create a fight. But you have to know how to address people. Sorry, I don't like you. Don't do it next time. I can bet you that the person will change. Your being in this house is to learn from each other. Your being in this house is to correct each other. Your being in this house is to promote each other. Your being in this house is to move with each other. That is what it's all about. If you, Bella, tomorrow become popular and they say, we need one male actor for... You remember that guy that was in the house with you, that could do one or two things that the other guys couldn't do, which we need for this particular production. I want to believe that you'll reach out to him, won't you?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
That is what it is. You're not family in that house. Now I'm part of the family. Maybe I'm a cousin for now, right? Or a mother for now. But family is family. And when I shoot a movie, that particular job I'm doing, everybody is family. That's the only way we can work well together. No matter how angry I am with people, I try. I'm not telling you that I don't lose my temper. I would be lying. But you try harder to hold your temper and tell some people, this thing you did to me, I don't like it. If it's something that I can forget, I won't bother talking about it. But if it's something that really pains me, I will talk about it. So always remember, no one is an island. We do it together. We stay together. Family comes first.
Thank you, Mom. But some persons are really adamant about try.
Just try. It's obvious someone is upsetting you. Just try, I will ask, when you guys come out, I will ask of you, and I will hope you made an impact. God bless you. Any other person, please?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope I'm okay sitting here. I'm standing here talking.
I can't see you.
Just a few seconds, you gonna sit right in front of you.
Looks like you love to sing.
Nah, really. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. You look absolutely amazing.
I can't hear you very well. Okay.
No problem there.
Okay.
I say you look absolutely amazing.
Now you're making me blush. Thank you.
So a quick one. I was privileged to be on the set.
Sorry?
A quick one. I was privileged to be on the set.
Okay.
With an A-list actor.
Okay.
So I was supposed to play her boyfriend, although her younger brother, kid brother, and the job. So normal, just like you said, you need some sort of interaction prior to the shoot and all that. So I went there, normal. I said hi, and the attitude she gave me affected my performance for the rest of the job. So on a normal day, how am I supposed to manage such situation?
Like I said, people are different. I don't know why a senior artist, obviously a lady, right, would look at such a handsome young man and give you an attitude. But then again, people are different. Some people are not very receptive. But maybe if you had gone to her when she was more relaxed and said, you know what, that day I greeted you, the way you answered me kind of put me off and is still affecting my performance. What do you think she would have done?
I wouldn't tell because just like you said, we are different. The first impression was a no, and I'm like, George, just go there, drop your lines and go. But then after going home and evaluating my performance, I'm like, George, this would have been, this just might be that job. If I was given that reception, I would give my 100% as an actor.
Okay, Joe, you know what? It's not all the time that you meet people that are receptive. Now, you know where you're heading to. You're still very young. I can see a future for you in terms of your look, because all of that is the package.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, if that kind of thing happens to you next time, if I were in your shoes, don't let pride stop you from taking a step. Tell her or him, you're actually putting me off, and I've always admired the way you work. And when they told me I was going to work with you on the same set, I was thrilled. But now I don't even know, because, tell the person. The person might not even know that he or she did what she did, and that it's affecting you. Nobody knows what she must have gone through at home before coming on set. So some people carry their problems on set and heap it on the next available guy or lady or any. I'll give you an example. I was on a set, and the producer tried to introduce me to the girl that was to play my daughter. Young actress, I think that was her second job. So I actually walked up to her with the producer. The producer was like, Mint, I don't want to mention her name now. She has come up and she never forgets that day. So I said, Nita, she's playing your daughter. She was like, hi. Oh. I said, oh, okay. It's a high thing, right? So I went high back, I took 2 steps and I came back. I said, you know what? You're going to play my daughter, right? I said, with this your attitude, I will give you attitude. You will not be able to finish this job. She was like, oh, I said, no, because you don't do that. First of all, I'm older than you, if I'm to take it from age. I'm older than you. I'm a senior to you in the industry. You're seated there, they're saying meet, and you're there doing hi to me. Like, I don't know if she's, I don't know whose daughter, but I said it doesn't work that way. When you mix with people, you get the best. She immediately jumped up and came and gave me a hug. And that was it, we hit it from there. And the job was fantastic. She never forgets that story, you know. And the sky has been her limit. She's been trying her best. And she said since then, she's been trying to get friendly with everyone on set because it helps. I also shot a soap in Akwa Ibom some time ago, 2008. And there was this young girl, Pretty. She was a good actress, but she was an introvert. She would just come and sit in one corner. Everyone were all mixing up and, you know, she would just sit there. So one day I called her, I said, do you know you could do better? If only you would learn to mix with people. I'll produce the job, so, you know, at least I get to know everyone. So she said, but it's difficult. I said, it's not difficult. When we sit and we're just in, come and sit. I will ask you a few questions, I'll push you into the conversation, and before you know it, and honestly, because it was a soap, by the time we went back for the second shoot, she was something else. In short, she was all over everybody, and I called her, I said, I didn't say jump on everyone, or I just said get to know them and be friendly, you know? So it really works. Next time you have that experience, please, reach out. Even if you don't feel that way, you can talk to the producer or the director and say, I don't know why she's being like this to me. If that person is smart enough, he or she would talk to the lady and there should be a good rapport. It's family, like I keep saying. The set is a fire.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Am I hearing from someone else, please? Hey, I'm actually, okay, someone is coming.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, dear. How are you?
I'm good. Good afternoon. My name is Chidima.
Chidima.
Dima for short.
Dima.
Thank you, Ma. Okay, Mama, it's in regards to the relationship A-list actors gives us on set.
Go on.
It's very heartbreaking, especially for the females. The males, I think, should I say, due to the fact that we're ladies, it's very much easy to converse with them. We get a good relationship before going on set. But for the ladies, it's been something. Sometimes you try to establish a relationship, a conversation at least, to get to know who you're on set with better. And the person is like, do you know who I am? What do you think we're on the same level?
No, Dima, don't tell me you got that.
Mama.
I hope it's not from you. No, but that's so unfair.
We get that attitude a lot, and it's something else. Sometimes when I get to a set, or before I get to a set, I get to make inquiries on the A-listers on that set before I come. And if it's someone I've come in contact with, I get discouraged, and I'm like, don't worry, I'm not around. I don't think I'll be able to make it for that job due to attitude.
Dimma, very soon you'll be an A-list.
Amen.
What is A-list? It's a tag. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't mean that you can't get there. An artist is first an artist before you start talking of A-list, B-list, and C-list, whatever list. If you're an artist, a lot of young girls have grown. I don't want to start mentioning names. You know, you must be on a set. Don't say because the A-list artist is there, you will not go on set. No. Like I told Gregory, when you get there, you just, Mama, you know, I've been on set with you a couple of times. There are some people that come to me. I remember the other time I greeted, honestly, I don't remember faces because we see a lot of people, except maybe I've gisted with a person or had a very close encounter with someone. I will not forget. But you can act with next job you do not remember.